want to eternity. Oh no no no, girl, I promise I will be there for you. Oh no no no, if you ever leave, I go hunting for you, my queen. Kiss you first thing in the morning, for me, baby, never treat you funny. Oh, carry that nota, you know say I be complete, man. Now you're mother, it's for my mind inside. I'm in water, baby, give me something nice. Kaya mata, girl, I love your body. Carry that nota, you know say I be complete, man. Now you're mother, it's for my mind inside. I'm in water, baby, give me something nice. Kaya mata, girl, I love your body.
Well, Jay-Zino, butter my bread, and well, in case you don't know, it is Tottenham Hotspur who has gotten butter on their bread, and well, it was James Maddison who got the butter on the bread of Ange Postecoglou, the coach of Tottenham Hotspur. 0-1 is the score line from Bournemouth's home ground. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, aka Youngstriker9, and we've got guys who will also be buttering our bread today. Feiva Olorunsola will be using the toasting machine. Well, she cannot toast Chelsea fans today.
No, I can't toast Chelsea.
They're untoastable because they won their game yesterday.
It's about, putting akara inside bread and then you smash it together and you think you have made a sandwich.
You what?
And you think you've made something good. Meanwhile, you have not made anything good because I checked this thing. Who are they playing again? Told me they are playing who next week?
Oh,
Nottingham Forest.
Manchester United.
Manchester United. No, are you sure?
Yeah.
They're playing Manchester United.
When
they play Luton, that is just something that we just know is like not a really FT club like that, the least club in the tournament or in the league, and then you say that yes, so you have already done your worst. See, they should go and rest.
No, wait. They need to. They will play Wimbledon before playing Nottingham Forest.
I see.
So
I don't even
Manchester United is still far away. No.
Tommy,
When did you see that picture that Chelsea will play Manchester United?
I thought she was referring to Nottingham Forest.
No, Nottingham Forest.
Or Luton.
No, Chelsea will play Nottingham Forest. You understand? I'm like, come on, see me. No, they should go and face Wimbledon. When he come out from Wimbledon, Martin, no one will be it though. Nottingham Forest will now come and smash them, put them inside.
Wait, are you talking about Chelsea?
I'm talking about Chelsea. They will now put them together like.
But they won yesterday. Why are you talking as if they've not?
It's just yesterday.
Give them some
now
credit.
that was the first match that Chelsea won since the start of the season. Guys, it's on my Facebook channel.
What has Chelsea done for you, Feiva?
Evidence good.
What has Chelsea done for you?
Evidence good.
Let Chelsea breathe.
No, Chelsea
let Chelsea breathe.
Chelsea mustn't breathe. Welcome to Saturday Sports Safari, guys. I am F to the E, to the I, to the V, to the A. Feiva with the flavor.
So, tell me, were you expecting that clean sweep for Chelsea yesterday?
Oh, definitely I was. Good afternoon, everyone out there and listeners. Yeah, definitely I was expecting. When I came in, I was telling Feiva. She was telling me about the game, and I said, if Chelsea didn't beat Luton, who else were they expected to beat?
Thank you.
Luton Town they are like the whipping boys of the Premier League this season. So you expect, no matter how bad it is for Chelsea, you expect them to get something like maximum points from Luton yesterday. So, and I was expecting nothing less, which 3 goals and
you were expecting nothing. I did not sound for it. Nothing.
They are nothing. I'm like, I was expecting more goals from.
Yeah, exactly. I was even expecting more goals, but at least three goals. Yeah, was still okay. So it was a good one for Chelsea. For Chelsea fans, at least they can breathe. They can breathe for now.
Okay, well, we've got Tolu, who's making his debut on the show. Tolu, how you doing? He's a Real Madrid fan. The reason he's smiling.
I'm feeling Madrid this season, actually.
See this one, they form, I told them. You know
the vibes.
Imagine, you don't even get closer to the mic, we didn't even feel it. Does that mean that Bellingham is a good buy for Real Madrid, and the reason you feel like you don't need a Kylian Mbappe?
Actually, with what we've been seeing in the season lately, we know that, okay, we didn't waste money. Because at least it's...
No, who are you trying to shade? Who wasted money?
We know people that wasted money now.
No, sorry, okay.
Cast, we know people that wasted money.
Okay. Okay, there's no problem. No.
They went to buy Yahoo Boys.
Favor.
Yes.
I'm feeling there's heat around here.
Yes, I'm feeling it too.
It's not my own heat though.
I don't understand.
It's for people who have Real Madrid jersey. I did not mention
I
anybody's
didn't
name.
bring mine.
No, actually, I have Real Madrid jersey, but I have the orange one that looks like the vitamin C I've been taking. But I know those who have the white,
The one that is clean, pure
the
bread.
white
You
Real Madrid jersey.
understand?
Why is it that my head is cut out of this screen?
It's you.
Well, remember, guys, you can watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. 125 is the time, and 125 is sounding like money. 125,000 naira. I don't know if someone's school fees, because I heard the school fees of UI undergraduates. Shout out to those, because federal government talks to them, say not tuition, I be free. Now school fees no free. That's what they say. You know what they say? Freedom of speech, I can assure you, but freedom after speech, I can't assure you. I'm not sounding like Olamide Badr, and that's a Yomi weather. Is it a Yomi weather? That should be the Yomi weather of Olamide Badr. Don't give me that handle. Don't give me that handle.
I'm professional.
No, you are not becoming unruly. No, you are becoming unruly like Olamide Badr. Let's go to break, guys. When we come back, we look at results of games decided last night. RB Leipzig, this is a team that's like a house on fire, scoring 5 goals against Stuttgart. We look at La Liga. We look at Nigerian League. We as well look at transfer window. If a Mo Salah would just jump on that offer, going to Saudi Arabia. Cristiano Ronaldo is like a king. Are we going to be having 2 kings in Saudi Arabia? We as well look at the World Athletics Championship. These and more. You have opportunity to also predict and win cash with data starting today, and you can come around to pick up your some of the gifts you won on Monday evening. Do not go anywhere. Mr. Producer.
One day, they should pay to me. Yeah, boy. Look when less, I look when well, boy. Gala flows on the well, boy. My money like Daddy Jeff, my money that's well, boy. Gonna, you fucking tell it, yeah, boy. One step and eyes, and I'm rock by the shampoo. You go, wound, rap, but you gotta go, I love me. And you pepper.
Yeah, it's Davido. See me, I no get 30 billion. Oh no, yeah, way. But I got so much love to give you. I got so much love to give you. Oh na 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 na. I bless the day I found you. Oh Lord of mercy. Oh don't see me who I am, yes you. Oh do yeah, way, oh do yeah, mama yeah,
Jolly, baby, we forget relationship. I try convince, baby, tell me say no vacancy. I don't notice, say you want to do me wait and say, but the God forbid, baby, contemplate me say over. My body out for you for fun now. They for my life, you don't get the ass under. Any man ponder fire say over. My body out for you for corner. They for my life, you don't get the ass under. Any man ponder fire. Jolly, carry body, I call police, say baby, sweet but vanilla. I don't notice, say I know fit to consider. Oh yeah. Jolly, carry body, I call police, say baby, sweet but vanilla. I don't notice, say I know fit to consider. Oh yeah. Say me I can't let you go, so me I gotta let you know. You know me I gotta let them show. My Jolie I come take photo, and I go feel way for you. I call you Sally. This love it is sweet for body. On top you, I won't waste my money. I want see something, you carry something, you do me something, you keep my confidence. I know if you complete them. When I love I go Calacuta, I don't put them. I don't quench my heart inside cooler. I don't carry your matter for ambulance. I get the high party, the same mood. So we say over. My body out waiting for you for under. They for my life, you know get the ass under. Any man under. So we say over. My body out waiting for you for under.
Fire boy, let's go, Lord. Get me sorry, big gele. I'm making my me share. All the girls calling me baby. See me see baby. Fine boy, wake cause I be sing again. Tell me what you need again. I'ma forget, sit back, me I be complete package. Oh, me I be fight for your love, but I know be beg for your love. I know be beg for your love. I know be beg for your love. Me I be fight for your love, but I know be beg for your love. I know be beg for your love. No, we yeah, baby, yeah, baby, shall we be your vibe? Be your vibe. I want you to feel like a kid, baby, baby, shall we be your vibe? Be your vibe.
Trying to get paid, take money, cash checks. You see the set, that's Lash, that's Dex. Young C, Young Shorty, Milcavelli. White bricks, True Religion on the telly, it's me. Wiz got the house full of freaks. That's why I haven't been around for a week. I'm getting pounds in my sleep. I'm at the top of the mountain, it's peak. Bring it back before the villain. I had a life, real talk, true religion. It's in the blood, in the jeans, in the stitching. Walked in, no weapon, made a killing. Tongue kissing, pretty women. New iPhone cause I'm done with all the bitching. Trying to be in my position. Keep my shades on cause they're trying to see the vision.
Tell me bad man, see I need your love. See I need your love. Me need you close to me. Me tell I say me, oh stay on the road. Bad energy stay far away. Make you stay far away. Just give me love for the night. Give me love for the night. Yeah, waste no time.
So First Lady Remi Tinubu told Toby Amusan to come back home and rest after that disappointing outing at the World Athletics Championship. She happens to be our medal hope, and it has never been a good result so far at the World Athletics Championship. But we have today's the day 8. Tomorrow the event will be over, so maybe we can call that the World Cup of Athletics. And for Toby Amusan, maybe. I mean, it's no longer news that she could not even finish in the top 3. And some saying because of the psychological trauma she went through about her, her ban. And at the end, it's really affected her. But here it is. Nigeria is yet to appear on the medal log unless maybe, Yes, United States.
There's nothing we can do about it.
Nigeria is not on the medal log, but there's no problem. But for Tommy, is it because we relied so much on Toby Amusan because of the gold she's going to defend? I mean, a world record she's going there to defend, and facing.
Let's even do reverse psychology here.
Okay.
Nigeria knew what she was going through for that. Why would they even be expecting, gold from Toby Amusan when they never even rose to the assistants in the first place?
Actually nobody expected that Toby was going to go through that. She was going to come up with that issue of drugs, missing drug test, but the moment that news came up, and she was embroiled in that, we all knew it was going to be a big challenge. In fact, at a point, we were even we already lost hope that she was going to participate. It was days before the tournament that she was cleared by World Athletics. So in the context of that, I will say, the eventual result right now is nothing but expected. But on the other hand, you look at Nigeria as a country, going into the World Athletics. Fine, Toby Amusan, based on what she did last year, she represented Nigeria well and she brought glory to Nigeria. And people were like, okay, this year she was going to go ahead and improve on that. But in our regular fashion, I think we mentioned it last year. The preparation, you now begin to ask, okay, what was the level of preparation? What was the level of involvement of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria towards this World Championship? Aside Toby Amusan, Nigeria has other athletes. You had the likes of the Ese Brumes, you had other sports, short put. What did they really do to make sure that, okay, when Nigeria goes for these tournaments, at least we'll get some medals, instead of relying on Toby Amusan? So I think that's one thing. That's one thing. So now going back to Toby Amusan, like I said, nobody, in fact, when that drug issue came up, most people thought, oh, that's all, she was not going to participate until I think 24 hours before the tournament, she was cleared to participate. So fine, she was able to compete, but I already knew she was going to be difficult for her to make any achievements.
So we were discussing, sorry to come in here, we were discussing on, I think it was on Thursday about Toby Amusan, getting to the final and the like. So I went back because I was already, it was myself and Feiva saying that, well, we wish her the best. When I saw the finish time of the Puerto Rican lady, Jasmine Camacho Coin, I knew there was going to be a problem for Toby Amusan. Exactly. I saw that of the Jamaican lady as well. Look at their time of finishing their heats, even from the semi-final to the final. I knew there might be problem for Toby Amusan.
In Toby's, I think the qualifying heat, she recorded, I think 12.68. When I saw that, I was like, wow, this is very, this time is not going to, it might be a problem right there, looking at that time you mentioned.
Yeah, I knew that there was going to be problems for her, and at the end of the day, we saw that. But we just need to move on, and we wish Toby Amusan. She said something that she will be back.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd look at the Jamaican star, the Jamaican lady that won gold. Some years back, 3-4 years ago, she lost out, and she's back to reclaim the gold. So it is about Toby Amusan now. Using every lemonade, is it lime to make lemonade, and use stone for stepping stone.
I think she still has the potential to do very well. If we remove this episode she has gone through, find the whole, I know the whole drug issue affected our preparations, because I can't imagine the mental, psychological challenges she will have faced during that period, and which she said yesterday in the post race interview that she was even lucky to participate in the first place. So I think she can just move on and prepare for next year. There's the Olympics coming up. I think that will be another opportunity for her to show that yes, she's not gone. She still has it in her. So I think we just wish her the best, going forward.
Okay, wishing Toby Amusan the best. But let's look at the medal log this afternoon at the World Athletics Championships. United States of America is leading the pack with 23 medals, comprising 8 gold, 8 silver, and 7 bronze. While Spain is placed second with a total of 4 medals, all gold. For Jamaica, The rude people. We are not calling them rude people, but you know how do they sound? Jamaica is third. Yeah, 3 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze, making a total of 9 medals. And from fourth, Feiva, you can take the 4th placed nation.
See, I'm always on top, so I'm going to start from the top, number 4.
That is the first African nation on the table.
No, the first number 4. That is 2 gold. I would not allow you to dampen my spirit this afternoon. So we have 2 gold medals for Ethiopia, 4 silver medals, and 2 bronze medals. In total, that makes it 8, placing them 4th on the table. Great Britain dropped, I think, from number 2 to number 5 with 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal. Total 5 medals. And then Canada, Australia. Canada is number 6 with 2 gold, 0 bronze, 0 silver. So they are just number.
I know you have. I don't know why.
Nigeria, please.
Sir? Algeria.
Did you just
Namibia.
Yeah, let's check our position.
No, we are.
Let's just know where we are.
Is it on preparation level?
Or the
On the
overall
table.
tournament.
On the
We
tournament.
are talking about medals.
I know now.
There are some
There are
countries
some
that
countries that even Romania.
Romania, Qatar,
Romania,
Lithuania,
Qatar,
Hungary,
yeah.
Finland, Czech Republic.
At least I'm sure we'll be above some countries. As
Above.
If it's based on alphabetical arrangement. at
Okay,
least.
so for teams that are participating, told me you're a bad person.
We didn't
Yes.
get any medal in this tournament.
No.
Not even one.
I'm just trying to look
So
at
Maybe
a positive.
Maybe if there's a medal for participation.
Remember, there was a time we went to the Olympics and we did not come home with any medal. It was the Paralympians that now helped Nigeria at the end of it, because we're like, okay, Nigerians can still sweep the floor at the Olympics.
We're hoping.
But I feel like this is just in preparation for the Olympics. Let's look at Olympics. What can we do to have more medals? We have our wrestlers who can. We have
Weightlifters.
weightlifters. Maybe they can lift the burden of Nigeria. We have we can always bank on the Paralympians.
Yeah.
But guys, let's be serious here. Let's look at Toby Amuson. She has learned her lessons. She needs to do the necessary things, and we hope there won't be any allegation of a doping test missing at the end of the day. Let's look at the wrestlers. How many wrestlers do we have? How many of the competitions have they gone for? Well, the male basketball team are not going for the Olympics because they lost in the pre-qualification. The women were the best in Africa, but we just hope that doesn't get into our head. But can we face the likes of Australia? Can we face the likes of USA?
That's the issue.
Can we face the likes of China?
Yeah,
And there's some other sporting events that I feel like are medal hopes for some countries. I mean, if you look at the 3-on-3 basketball competition, you look at rowing, you look at kayaking, you look at some.
Puts.
You look at bobsleigh. There's nobody competing with you. It's just for some nations.
Yeah.
Actually, there are some games that you look at their environment.
Yeah, exactly.
In some snowy area.
Yeah.
You know, people from Sweden, you look at, from the likes of Ukraine. Okay, so Ukraine is facing problems, though.
Russia.
Yes, and at the end of the day, they will perform well.
Yeah.
So we look at our environment here. What's that kind of sports that boxing.
Boxing, yeah. We always do well in boxing.
I don't know why they cannot go to Lagos.
In fact, we've said this thing a million times. You know, the potential is there. As a matter of fact, I think Nigeria's first set of medals in the Olympics, since we participated, came from boxing. So that's one area where we could have. Fine, we've always done well in that area, but it's just something we didn't really,
harness.
And talking about our environment, like you say, if you go to Lagos, even in Ibadan,
I know.
If you
but
want,
But how many competitions do we have? How many boxing competitions do we have? How many of those boxers
training,
have?
how do they train?
Well-trained coaches.
So if you go to Lagos, the national stadium in Lagos, you see a lot of them. The boxers, different sports. You see all these 10-year basketballers. But you look at where they train, man. You will almost weep for Nigerian athletes.
But I think things are getting better. I saw a particular post that Oyo State should have gotten an opportunity if they had. They could have bidded for. I think there was a slot for a table tennis. Opportunity for, I think, the federation to donate to the state. All they just needed was a venue, a good ground at the end of the day. But in tennis, can we compete with China? Can we compete? Even Morocco. Is it Morocco or Algeria? We know what Segun Toriola always face. I think it's against
this woman
So,
from Youngstriker9 Feiva.
we need a new blood, and I think this year. Don't you think it's too late?
Well, I
Olympics
think,
is next year.
Yeah, like we're talking about Olympics now, and I think very good. Now we have a new sport minister, and now is the time to show
Baba, no
that
drag us
yes.
go that end. No drag us go that end.
No, I think now is the time to show that yes, he really knows what he wants to do. Because now talking of Olympics is next year, like you said, and looking at the timing, I feel it's too late. Honestly, we are looking at doing well because. You mentioned countries that we will be competing with, like Australia, the likes of China. These are countries that, at the end of the last Olympics, that was in Tokyo, they started preparation immediately.
Yes.
But we are here, we are still discussing who is going to represent us, how are we going to, So you cannot expect now to come to the next Olympics and expecting medals. It's not.
So we always go for tournaments for preparation. Not
fire brigade approach.
I was about to say that.
The fire brigade approach is something that we just have to find a way of overcoming. Because as long as we have that approach, we'll not be doing well in all these competitions.
Okay, so let's look at the message we have on our Facebook page. Favour.
I'm not the one that will take that message.
Okay, this message says, "Good afternoon, Oladaup." Not Oladaup. And told me, Favour should go and get her greetings from Luton. Because now Alvin, Duke, Ayodeji.
Why is he not here?
You know why I had to call my name the way you typed it? Because it's day. I said Perez. It's not Perez. It's Perez.
So this one is as from today, Oladaup. How far?
Don't worry, we did it.
Oladaup.
So, but also very soon we'll be joining Kola Alfred all the way from the US to join us on the show this afternoon. I mean, Chelsea fans, they know the year word. Una don't win now, just calm. You don't do gra gra, but no wala. But I know some person go play Osimaya. I know they do gra gra. I know they raga. Okay, so let's look at games going down today from the Premier League to the Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, French League on, and we look at the La Liga.
Well, starting from 3 o'clock today, Arsenal will be taking on Fulham, while Crystal Palace will take on Brentford. Everton is still missing till next year, but no biggie. I'm sure that it's going to be, okay for them. Well, Wolves will be taking on Everton 3 o'clock as well. But Manchester United will take on Nottingham Forest. Can Taiwo Awoniyi actually give us the finesse?
Score his third goal.
Score his third goal for the season. I don't know. I cannot tell because I already removed it. But West Ham and Brighton.
Favour, you worked on your fantasy.
I did. I did.
He's actually in good form. He has been from the back end of last season.
I understand that Taiwo Awoniyi is in good form,
Yeah.
but against Manchester United, right at Old Trafford, I do not know.
I think that might
Answer
be
that.
difficult.
That's a
that might be
difficult
You
one.
will score.
He will score what?
We
No,
don't know
wait.
which.
Wait.
What is he
Actually,
going to
ladies
score?
and gentlemen,
Let's look at it.
We don't know
Onana has had clean sheet so far.
Yeah, he has had one.
Onana.
Onana won at least one.
Clean sheets.
Onana.
Wait.
But against Nottingham
That was
Forest,
the game you people stole, Abi.
Yes.
No, they didn't.
The
They
one
won
you
into
stole.
that.
The one you stole.
Onana has
One.
considered how many goals this season?
It's considered just one.
Sir?
I think one or two.
Why did you play in your last game?
One or just two.
No, why did you
Why
play in
did
your
you
last
say
game?
Sorry, he has
last
considered 2 goals.
Eh-heh.
Three.
No,
Just
they will call
for
for
one
Alfred.
match.
He will tell us
Well,
more.
against Nottingham
Against
Forest, I
Nottingham, yeah.
guess I am still going to tip for
No,
Manchester
against
United.
Nottingham Forest should not pose a threat to Manchester.
A
at
team
Old
that
Trafford.
posed a threat against Arsenal.
Arsenal. I still
It's
said it.
not going to be. If Man United can't beat Nottingham Forest conveniently at Old Trafford,
Like Chelsea did Luton.
I
The
don't-
same
I don't-
Manchester
I don't
United
get-
that failed to
I-
beat Wrexham.
which exam?
The Wrexham. Not Abiki Perexio. The Wrexham. No, you think. Oh,
No, this is we are talking about the Premier League now, and
not preseason.
Nottingham Forest fine. They might want to prove stubborn, but at the end of the day, we know at Old Trafford, come on, there should be no excuse.
I feel we are forgetting what always happens when you put too much trust in Man U at home.
That is the thing.
Man U will mess you up.
That's the thing,
I
man.
don't want to believe that.
You don't want to believe.
I
You know the reason we put both of you
in
there.
fact, for that match, if I'm going to put my money on Man U to win that match straight, against Nottingham Forest, because
Straight
I
win.
don't think, apart from the threat of Taiwan Oni, I don't think it should be,
There should be a huge
it
threat
should be
like
a
that.
huge problem like
Tickets
that.
go
Yeah.
bust too.
You know, many people can put
No,
in. It's not everybody that will cash out.
Let's see what Nottingham will come up with. Let's just see what they are going to do. But I don't think it's going to be anything.
Yeah, we understand. But for Brighton, remember, for Brighton, they've been able to score more goals in their last, few Premier League games. And it's like this is the third week, right, in the
Yeah.
Premier League,
Game three.
and
Game
they've
three.
scored more than 2 goals, like 3 goals back to back. Now they're playing against West Ham United, and this game is going to be at home, and that is London Derby, right?
Yeah, it's the London derby right there. And for Brighton, right now, many people have tipped them as one of the team of the season so far.
Brightest.
Because if you look at Brighton, they play apart from Man City and Arsenal in the Premier League. Brighton, if you watch them play, they play very sweet football. Like, you look at their style of play, especially since De Zerbi took over, they play good football. So, and from what they did last season, coming into this new season, they've continued and they've lost. They lost a couple of players like Casedo. You expect that, but they have a way of regenerating and making sure that, despite the absence of any player, they don't miss that player. They still look at their last game against Brentford, or who did they play? They totally destroyed that team, So against West Ham, I think they are just going to. The West Ham is also trying to stabilize, under David Moyes, from losing Declan Rice as well. But
They
I
did
think-
not lose the ground. They
sold.
sold him.
Well, they sold.
You know why? They
They made a lot of money.
They made money.
They made
It's
it.
a loss for them. It's a
It
loss.
wasn't
to the
a
team.
loss.
It's not
They collected money.
Added money.
No,
Tommy,
I'm looking
Tommy.
at
100 something plus.
Tommy, calm down. You bought a car
Yes.
for 1 million naira,
Yes.
and you sold that car for 4 million naira. Did you lose the car?
Did you gain?
And
gained money
no,
by
wait,
not the
wait.
car.
With that car, the lady you married saw you with that car, and you married the lady. You understand? Remember this same Declan Rice won the Europa Conference League with
That's
them.
what I was going
So
to.
what are we now saying?
That's what
Did
I
they
was
lose
going to.
anything?
That's why I was going to. They will lose his influence on the pitch. Fine, they've recouped cash, but you cannot get a player like Declan. Though you might get another good player, but Declan Rice, what he does for them, they will lose it, depending on how they're able to get a replacement. So that's what I'm saying. They lost.
Oremi.
Declan.
Now that you
Oremi told me.
Although they sold him fine. He's also
Oremi.
true.
Now let me also tell you. Let me give you another scenario. Did you lose when you met a lady, right? You people met yourselves,
Yes.
and she even paid you money.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, the following week, you now saw her got married.
Yes.
You didn't spend on her, but she, the last time she cooked for you, she even linked you up with a guy that is, with a job that you got that is paying you millions, and she now later got married.
That is not a.
Did
that
you
is not
lose?
Something.
No,
Wait,
did you
cannot
lose?
lose.
Did you lose?
You cannot lose because when you're
Okay,
men
but wait.
do not put any
Wait,
emotions into it.
let's give people
Let me
updates.
see something.
Let's give people updates.
Yay! Tottenham.
Tottenham to
Who's got
Bournemouth 0. That's the update we are getting here. It is Saturday Sports Safari live on Solutions 93.9 FM. We are trying to paint scenario here of West Ham United.
And then Tottenham bust our brain.
Who scored
Let it go.
for Tottenham?
Madison. Let me see.
No, that is Kulusevski. Dejan Kulusevski converting his chance into a goal, 2-0. And that is the update we're getting here. Tommy,
So going back to what you said,
you must see. You can
said,
explain
I said,
tire.
no, wait. You said they sold. I said they lost. We are both right. Two things can be right at the same time.
Okay.
So
But in
if I
different
say
ways.
if I say they lost the Clarence, I'm right. You said they sold it. You are right. So we are both right in that
Yeah.
regard. So
There's no conclusion
so
in
it
this.
goes.
You
The
can
first
explain
premise
tire.
was right. Second premise was right.
I feel in his own point of view, they lost a player on the pitch.
Exactly.
But in my own point of view, they collected money. That's the cocoa.
Brother, they collected money.
100 million
They
pounds.
sold a player and they bought players. But is the replacement, have they gotten the right replacement
No,
for
they've
Declan
not.
Rice? That is maybe what we can say that maybe they've not gotten the right replacement. But let us look at it from this angle. This is a man, even when he did not have enough money, they won trophies.
Yeah.
trophy, not trophies
Trophy,
now.
won a trophy.
And that has taken them to play continental football. And hope they will not be like a Leicester City after winning the Premier League, sold key players, the likes of N'Golo Kante, and you look at, was Harry Maguire part of the team that won the Premier League? Which I'm not sure.
It came just after they won the Premier League.
They sold, they could not have right
They don't keep up,
replacements. And you look at so many teams. Okay, I almost wanted to ask. Look at Atletico Madrid. They keep selling players.
Sell players.
They will surely have one player to sell at higher rates. And at the end, did they lose players?
Aguero, Falcao, a lot of players.
Luis,
Douglas Luiz,
Diego Costa.
Diego Costa. Mention them. Griezmann. Though Griezmann is back there now, I think.
But wait, there's something about Atletico Madrid that I think we need to talk about. Atletico Madrid will surely have some players. They will sell those players and they'll still come back. You know when you know someone Taroba, go come. Why? I don't know what is working for Atletico Madrid.
There are clubs like that. They are selling clubs typically. There are clubs that they are typical.
They
selling
produce.
Clubs. They produce. Yeah, it's like a production line. You look at. You look at. Okay, like in England now, you look at a club like Southampton. Southampton is a typical example. You can count many Southampton players that have left Southampton to bigger clubs.
Virgil van Dijk, Sadio Mane.
Mane, Alex Chamberlain, Theo Walcott, even Gareth Bale was at Southampton at the point.
Oh.
Yeah, he passed through Southampton, Gareth Bale. So you can list them. So clubs like that, they always churn out talent. One time after time. The kind of thing we are seeing with Brighton right now. Brighton churning out players, selling players to bigger clubs. So like Atletico now, same Atletico also falls in that category. They sell these players and they don't sell. They sell them for big money. That you are talking of money now. Atletico sells players for big money. And those players go on to other clubs and they achieve a lot of things.
Did they achieve?
Yeah, they do. If you look at it, they sold Aguero. We know what Aguero did. They sold Torres.
Did Torres achieve? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But did he enjoy his playing time outside Spain?
Well, really,
I feel the only place
he did well at Liverpool.
But he didn't win trophies with Liverpool?
Yeah, he struggled at Chelsea. I think he won an FA Cup with Liverpool, but he struggled at Chelsea, but he was able to
won titles.
He won titles. So it depends on the way you want to look at it. But at the end of the day, you will say it's good for the club, the selling Atletico.
But not good for the player.
Well, no.
Well, maybe good for some players like the Kun Aguero you said.
Yeah, Aguero, yeah.
For you look at David. Luis Felipe.
Luis Felipe, yeah.
Was it good for Luis Felipe?
Yeah, Luis Felipe struggled actually. When he went to Chelsea, he struggled. He had to go back. So sometimes it doesn't work out. This is a Spanish, and there's one thing with Spanish players. Whenever they leave Spain, they tend to struggle. For instance, look at Alvaro Morata. Morata came from Atletico at the point. He went to Chelsea. Chelsea broke the bank to buy him, but he couldn't cope. He had to go back to. He had to run back to us. The same thing happened to Luis Felipe, which you mentioned. He also went to Chelsea. He spent a season. He couldn't find his feet. He ran back to to Spain. So sometimes when those players leave like that, it doesn't really work out for them.
It doesn't really work out for them.
But homesick, that kind of.
Maybe part of the reasons some players look at Tevez for example. Yeah. There are some South American players that they will just go back. They're always homesick. But now let's look at Real Madrid here. Can we say Real Madrid is good to go? Or maybe you guys are just trying to play mind games. Should Jude Bellingham get injured, what happens at the end of the day?
If he gets injured, what happens at the end of the day? That's actually...
Just how we know we get shots in the next few days.
Yes. Well, what we can see is that...
Because Ancelotti said that he's okay. He's not buying anybody.
We're not buying for them.
You guys are not buying.
And
you feel like your team is good enough.
Don't believe those managers at times. You can say
anything
it's okay,
can happen at
anything
any point. Anything can happen at any point. If he gets injured, we'll have to look for a backup plan, even though that backup plan is not on ground yet. But I trust my manager.
Who's your manager?
I trust my manager with my full chest. But because now we're seeing, Vinicius Junior is on injury. What's next for Real Madrid? We have to just work out things that will bring players. Maybe they have to develop players. Because when Ronaldo left, we saw that, things were not working right, but they were training players on ground. So we don't know. Another Vinicius Junior might come up, maybe from the academy. Just shock all of you.
Is your Lomi Academy?
Give all of you Zikiman Shocker. And Real Madrid is back to where we've always been.
I mean, you said Real Madrid looks like a team that is back to where it used to be. This is not a team that can win the UEFA Champions League. But Kolajo Alfred is here. Kolajo, how you doing? Good afternoon to you. What time is it in the US? What's good? Kolajo, are you there? You people did not lose, so you must be able to sort us. Okay.
Kolajo, hello.
Wait, what's happening here? What's happening here? Okay, let's try and reconnect with Kolajo Alfred because Kolajo, are you there? Okay, let's try and now we can. Okay, Kolajo, you there?
Yes, I am.
What happens? Okay, you were using Bluetooth before. You see all these American people.
No, I was not using Bluetooth though.
So what are you using?
I'm using spiritual connections. Because my team is playing it the next 1 hour and I need the spiritual I need.
Okay.
Because some people are waiting for my downfall.
Not that you are waiting for your downfall. You are trying to.
You know, Kolajo Alfred, you know, you brought your downfall last week, Saturday. You used your mouth to, attract your downfall. You made mention of 4-2. You said, what? You will hear me. Open your ears. Listen well. You made mention. You made mention of 4-2, and you were dragged.
I think the network is breaking.
So it's better for you not to, say anything right now, so that you won't attract more. You understand? You're taking on Nottingham Forest today.
But is that true? This network is breaking. It's very bad.
Kolajo, don't worry. Do you care for water? Do you care for water? I can give you water.
Okay, Feiva. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
You go explain, Taya. You never get evidence. So,
evidence not this.
Kolajo Alfred. You know what? So after the week one, I mean that was the week one. My mom was asking me, kilo shore yen to wà America, kilo she to fi pariwo. Based on your fantasy. But so now let's look at your team. I mean, but first I don't know if you heard Tolu, who is saying like Real Madrid looks good. But I was asking about, I mean, you almost signed Jude Bellingham, right? Manchester United almost signed. Yes, but
Manchester United almost did.
But now with what we are seeing, he's showing you the reason you need to spend more money to bring him on board. He's doing well. But for Real Madrid, this is the best Real Madrid team.
But you see, the problem with Manchester United signing Jude Bellingham is that they would have played him in a position that will make him look, mediocre like the rest of the players currently in that squad right now. This was the team that bought Paul Pogba and played him in a pivot beside players like Ander Herrera, played him as a lone six, played him beside an aging Nemanja Matic, So it's just. And then he finally left when they got in an actual defensive midfielder. So it just tells you that it's not about the team. It just tells you that it's not about the.
You there?
Hello.
Okay. So we have to reconnect with Kolajo. But now with what you guys are seeing here is Postecoglou, riding well with what we are seeing here. It's going to be like they're running away with a win. Bournemouth 0, Tottenham 2.
Yeah, definitely. With the way the game has gone, I think they should seal this game. You know, it's almost 3/4 of
And
the game
it's not
now.
something that they want to bottle.
Yeah, they should have no excuse about. In fact, they should go on to get more goals. Bournemouth has not shown anything so far to suggest they can get anything from this. Rather, Tottenham are the ones, you know, on the front foot. So I expect them to just close it out and get the 3 points. You know.
If it's about closing down a game, but let's see if this would be a win that Tottenham can pounce on, maybe Postecoglou in the next few games maybe will be voted as maybe the manager of the month.
Because nobody has been giving him any chance actually. But
How will you give a manager that comes from Scotland?
What even got people's attention was last week. Getting that win over Manchester United. It was like, okay, maybe this guy really knows what he's up to. So, and now again, they're about to get 3 points against a tough Bournemouth side.
Okay.
So.
All right, now let's go straight. And I don't know if Kolajo is back, but Tolu, let's look at the next set of games going down. That is the London Derby. That is going to be Arsenal Fulham. Kolajo Alfred, please hold on because we are taking you down to the problem in Everton. But let's look at Arsenal Fulham going down the next few minutes. What are your predictions and what should we expect? I mean, Arsenal is back-to-back wins, but remember they struggled in their last game.
I won't put my money on Arsenal, basically. Because Arsenal, I won't lie, they are good. Last season we saw what they did, all their wins and everything. They were going
Initial
high. Then towards the end, because in my mind I said Arsenal has taken Premier League. Then we saw just slight mistake towards the end. Then and Man City, once you mess up at their back,
they'll catch up.
They are not even giving you that space to breathe again. So this season I have to be very careful with Arsenal. Let's first see what's going to happen. Let's see how it's going to go.
Is it just
down.
let's wait till the end of the season before I can say anything about
The
Arsenal?
end of the season.
That's what I would say. Let's calm down for Arsenal.
Okay.
Because like this,
Kolajo Alfred was saying it last season. He said, yes, Arsenal is all the way home and dry.
Miracle.
My friend entered United States of America.
And then everything
changed. As soon as he stepped in Iluoba like this, things just changed. Already from Iluoba, Kolajo Alfred. I know you heard what Tommy said, but let us move away from Arsenal. Let's also look at Everton. Has Everton started the relegation journey before the end of the season?
No, I think this is not about the money. I think they bought extra for it because they are not experiencing fuel scarcity in their own relegation journey. So they are well on the way. I think they are even halfway already. If I'm not mistaken.
They even pay them subsidy.
They have extra gallons of fuel in case the fuel on the road finishes. So I think this team, Sean Dyche, you can't play you can't play oof ball in the Premier League and expect to win anymore. Honestly, he can only get you so far. You see teams like Burnley modifying their style of play. Burnley has become a more possession-based team. Even Nottingham Forest. If you want to play direct football, you should know how to keep the ball. You have the likes of Amadou Onana in that team. You have James Garner. You have Ghana Gay, and you can't seem to just at least hold on to the ball before you decide. And then they don't have a striker. A team like that, you need to have someone that can convert. We saw it with Taiwo Awoniyi and Nottingham Forest last season, and it basically saved their season. I hear they are trying to sign Beto from Udinese. I hope that works out for them. But they need someone who can score goals for them. And Mope or whoever they have up front can't do that for them right now. So they are well on the way. They have even bought extra. They have extra car in case things don't go. I'm sure that's how far they are in the relegation journey already.
They have safer package like Oyo State government.
I totally agree with everything you have said there.
Okay.
Everton is one team that they've not, this season. If you look at Everton, the last 2 seasons they survived the relegation on the last day, and you expect a team like that to prepare adequately, but this season it shows they've not learned anything. And I've tipped them as one of the favorite, like the number 1 team to. If I want them to go down, yeah.
They are banking on grace.
Because it is a team that the last 2 seasons you should have learned. If it doesn't show a club that has direction, You know, you are Everton. You know, one of the traditional teams. You should have bought players. You know, you should have bought strikers. You know, you need a striker.
Sorry, I have to cut you guys short here. I want to take you guys to the match they are going to be playing because the team list is out for Everton and Wolves. Wolves at the moment is 18th on the log. Everton is
just 2
19th.
games. We cannot even be thinking
now
of...
let's look at the grace that Chelsea had. I'm going to compare. Sorry, the grace that Chelsea.
The
grace that Chelsea had yesterday against Luton, and let's put it on. Let's say Everton, because Wolves also they are like almost on that top. Let's look at it. Who would actually get this win, Everton or Wolves?
I think Wolves will get, because number one, Everton right now they are lacking confidence, especially in the final third. Calvert-Lewin cannot stay fit to save his life. And for a team like Everton, one thing that is very important is they need to score goals. A team that doesn't have good team play like that, if you just need a target man, like Kola just said. Look at Nottingham Forest last season. What saved them was Awoni's prowess. Awoni is more like he's a finisher. So fine, they were not really good in other parts of the field, but when they get the ball up there, you need someone that can, as a lower team like that, you need someone that can convert your chances immediately.
They're strong enough to convert chances.
For Everton, they lack that right now, and it's going to be a big struggle for them this season if they don't get anybody in right now.
Okay, so let's check some messages. Kolajo Alfred, you have a friend here.
Please,
are you there, Kolajo?
Please listen, Kolajo, is the network clear? Is network clear, Kolajo?
I think I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, we've
for now.
established
I
connection
think I
for
can
now.
hear you clearly for now.
All right, this is a question.
But those things, okay.
Okay, this is a question coming from Duke, DJ Alvin. It says, welcome, Kolajo. How is your health? Answer that one.
My health is fine.
Okay. What's your prediction this week? Your prediction for the past 2 weeks has not been going well, especially with your team's performance. Give us your team's prediction, Kolajo. There must be network.
Hello.
Kolajo, just calm down. Don't worry. I know you will give us the prediction before we end the show. But now, guys, let's look at... We were talking about Mo Salah earlier, right? And there's another update about Kylian Mbappe here that says Mbappe to stay at PSG but will not renew his contract. However, there's an offer coming from the Saudi Pro League for Mo Salah. Someone said to me, when we got that update, someone said, do you want Liverpool to relegate? So, do you think if a Mo Salah leaves today, Liverpool will relegate, or there will be a poor performance? Because I am currently angry with Liverpool. I have 3 players from Liverpool in my Premier League fantasy. Do you know my points last week? Kolajo, money less than 30 points. I even had Sergio Aurier of Nottingham Forest on the bench with 10 points.
I told you people I'm coming for all your trophies this week. I'm currently number 8 or 9.
How many points did you get last week?
I'm serious. I'm not. No, don't worry about my points.
Yes, okay. Let us know your points.
I just know that I moved up from 30 something to number 9. That's all you need to know. I don't want my enemies to be knowing my secrets. I don't want my enemies to be knowing my secrets. Okay. But I mean, I don't think if Mo Salah were to leave, Liverpool would miss him as much. Honestly, he's a very pivotal part of that team. But I think they can easily get into the markets with the money they will rake in from his transfer, and easily get someone who would at least cushion the effect of him leaving. The same way other players have done with Sadio Mane leaving. So I think Liverpool, majorly what they need to get now is to get a new 6. I don't know what Endo Wataru, I don't know what he's capable of yet. I haven't seen him play a full game, but I still think they need to get into the market for a 6 because, given the setup they currently play, they need someone to show that the defensive burden, in midfield. So I do think they would miss him a lot if he were to leave, but I think Salah for now is untouchable for Liverpool. I think he is.
Okay, if he's untouchable, let us talk about a man who wants to be touched by the hands coming from Spain. If he's not renewing his contract, Tolu, if Mbappe is not renewing his contract, so that means PSG will be at a loss.
Yes, now because we know Mbappe is like their backbone. We know he's like their backbone when it comes to that front.
So, if Mbappe is not renewing, that means that Owo Wogbo, because I think PSG should have been able to cash out. Tommy, that means no more crisis between Mbappe, PSG, but will they have learned their lessons?
Well, I think this Mbappe PSG saga is something that is just you never know what will come up next. I think first of all, PSG they literally shot themselves in the foot, by giving him that contract they did last season. Last year I could remember last summer Madrid were like literally, in fact the deal was done to Madrid for about was it close to 300 million pounds or thereabout. The deal was done until the last minute where we heard the French president was involved, so the boy changed his mind. But so I feel last season was when they should have just cashed out and just let us say goodbye and focus on what next for them. But right now, they dug themselves into a hole, and right now it's coming back to haunt them. So with and Mbappe has decided he's not going to renew he's not going to renew his contract. He will just honor his contract and leave next season. So as it stands, the only chance they have is if they are able to get a buyer, which they were trying to sell hawk him to this Saudi club, but Mbappe has refused to. Mbappe said he's not going to Saudi. He doesn't want to. He has his eyes set on Madrid.
Real Madrid, but Real Madrid is not showing interest anymore.
Real Madrid is not showing. Madrid is just there, watching, and they won't really. They still have time on their hands right now. So is left to PSG to just make up their mind what they want. Right now, Mbappe is still he still has the ace. He wouldn't sign. He's still under contract, so he has his right. He said he doesn't even mind staying on the bench all through the season, as
like
long as
Lukaku.
Yeah. So because he has refused to talk to Saudi, because the club PSG agreed with the Saudi club, but Mbappe refused to speak to them. So there's nothing they can do right now than to just maybe I think they brought him back to the team and just see how it goes. Except they come to a gentleman's agreement with Mbappe.
Before we go to the music box, told me you were here. You predicted England to win the FIFA Women's World Cup.
England?
You predicted England. The only person that predicted Spain here was AY. It was the only one that supported Spain. Mr. Coming Home of the United States of America, Kolajo Alfred. You also supported England.
He made mention of.
No.
He said something about reverse psychology.
I made it expressly clear that what I'm doing is
reverse psychology. We all did that.
Every time I say England will lose, they win. So that's why I told you. I said it. Thank God favored me. I said it expressly. So the gods of reverse psychology worked in my favor and everything. Like Maureen, like Unai Emery said, the tactical plan worked exactly as we wanted it to. So that was my plan. Spain win, but I said, England, so that the people in charge can hear and say, oh no, we will give it to Spain.
Okay. So many stories came out after that final, and Luis Rubiales is under fire. I don't know if you saw the video, and if you look at the picture, I said something, I think on Thursday, that it is just more of news coming from English media. And those who have been against this FA president, they want him to step down. Was that kiss a forced kiss or a mistake kiss? Let me start with you, Kolajo, before I go to Tommy.
Honestly, I don't care whether it was a forced kiss or it was a mistake or it was whatever. All I know is that it was highly unethical. That's all I know. And more than the kiss thing, there have been other various allegations against this man. Over the past few years, they've wanted him to step down. The players have wanted him to step down. Even some of them refused playing for the current coach. They also have allegations of some of this misconduct against him. So I'm seeing the news that came out this morning saying the Spanish FA are going to put the lady on the fire just because she lied about the case. What about the other allegations that have been labeled against this man? And as you can see, we don't quite get the full context of the situation, because it just happened so quick. Even the videos don't give you a full context of the situation. But whatever it was highly unethical. It was just an eyesore. It was, and we just overcome an issue of abuse and sexual assault, in football. In Manchester United over this past week, with the termination of Mason Greenwood's affairs with Manchester United. So I think women, as much as they want to play the game, as much as they want to, they should be able to feel safe at the same time. And that's something I don't feel like the Spanish FA is providing right now. And I hope they will make amends on that. And the world governing body, which is FIFA, would actually intervene and step in and make sure that the right things are done about the situation.
Let me get Tommy's opinion here, because I feel like there are some people who are just pushing this story. I mean, changing the narratives. Are you also, in support of what Kola just said here?
Well, to a certain extent, I think, if you look at the whole situation, fine. This is someone that, even before now, he has had this kind of he has had this controversial, personality. His emergence in the first place as the FA chairman in Spain and all that. But now coming to this now, your team, your country has just won the World Cup. Fine, celebrations, but I feel it was a bit, after looking at the whole video, I think it got a little bit carried away. Fine, in the heat of the moment. But on the other hand, like what you said, I think, looking at it also, there seems to be an agenda, this man, they've been a political undertone to it, because this Rubiales in the first place, in Spain, even within the Spanish footballing setup, is not in unison with the La Liga. La Liga, the leadership of La Liga is not in unison, so that's one aspect. Then also you look at the narrative, they lost to England. And we know when England loses, before that game,
they defeated England.
They defeated England, sorry. And we know before the final, the expectation was that everybody give it to England. So, and when England lost eventually, we know the reaction that was going to come out from the English media. And when this incident came up, and I think it kind of shifted focus from the main point to, okay, now, the agenda being that, okay, Rubia, because even just yesterday evening, I was seeing a release from the English Lionesses, standing in support, saying they stand with Jennifer Hermoso. So
now
which kind of corroborates what you said, that maybe there is a certain agenda from the media, on this man.
Maybe the agenda has worked. But now, updates we're getting here from Sky is that Luis Rubiales has been provisionally suspended by the Football Federation, that is the International Football Federation, that is FIFA, following the Spanish Football Federation's president's conduct at last week's Women's World Cup final. Rubiales has refused to resign from his post despite a major uproar caused by him kissing Jenny Hermoso on the lips while she collected her medal after Spain's 1-0 win over England in Sydney last week. Maybe we call this the father side or the mother side. Kola Alfred, Tommy, ladies, Tolu, Feiva, let us all calm down first. Let us go and drink water. You understand? Mind our business. So when we come back, we go to other league games. Do not go anywhere, guys. Saturday Sports Safari is still live. Thank you very much, Dupe, for the updates.
Who's the musician? Fato. Who's the technician? Who's the producer? We dey do bad things for good reasons, I know you know. And we dey do good things for bad reasons, I know you know. We no keep passing, we no keep malice. Yeah, we just wanna have some fun tonight. We are the happy people, we are the world. I did with you. Yeah. Location, send your location to me. And I did with you. Yeah. Location, send your location to me. And I shoot not to the two. Say you put the one for water, go for Buffalo, Aya for Ayana. We are the happy people, we are the world. I did with you. Location, send me location to me. Then I did with you. Location, send me location to me. Then I shoot Peru. Macham, Peru, Macham, shoot Peru, Macham, shoot Peru, Macham, Peru, Macham, shoot Jiggy, no. Oh no. Ulama, I did on my tento. And I don't tell you tired, make we day like extra cool. Oh, and we go back to the time when this love is share better. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Can't lie, you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I carry shoulder down for you, Joe. My be me back. I don't make my spine loose. I don't carry shoulder down for you, Joe. My be me back. Oh no, I like. Baby, look, oh yeah, family, should I see me anyhow, mama? Should I see me anyhow, my darling? I know it's not easy to understand me. You know I love you, but I'm always on the road. Can't lie, you put me in the mood, and I know you want that too. And I carry shoulder down for you, Joe. My be me back. I don't make my spine loose. I don't carry shoulder down for you, Joe. My be me back. You be hunter, you continue hunting, and that's one thing will lead to one thing, and that's one thing will lead to something. I'm what they do, how you know they fronting, straight to the point, you know get time for long thing. Oh yeah, you may be longing. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you try me, I'ma give it to you double. Right now, I'ma take it to my room, I'ma have you screaming, it's WC. Bad girl, you are looking for trouble. If you follow me, I'ma give it to you double. And the way you put it on me, I don't need nobody to tell me, say you bad, you want it. You bad, you want it cause you bad, you want it cause you bad, you want it
DJ Otis.
I wanna be close to you today. I want you to stay with me, baby, today. I wanna make love to you today. Baby, you bad, you bad, you bad. You want it, 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 I know you want it 'cause you bad. 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 Move from side to side, bounce and back, do all night. Up never be online. Tell them to move and dance all night. Oh, you take all night. You feel alright. Many money coming in, so today alright. Yeah, oh, you feel alright. You smoke all night. Get the money from the man. Crash the event as the life of the party. Shaped like a pyramid diamond. Based on the catalog, one diamond. And I got a girl with a big bum. Whatever the bed do now inside boxing box. Pull up with the bank, put your bags in front. Your girlfriend wanna toss me toss. Oh fella, the fake cause inbox. But I don't like wahala, oh. I dey find money in a paper, oh. The ginger the nigga, oh. The ginger the nigga, oh. I don't like wahala, oh. I dey find money in a paper, oh. The ginger this nigga, oh. Yeah, the ginger this nigga, oh. Yeah. Move from side to side, bounce and back, do all night. Up never be online. Tell them to move and dance all night. Oh, you go bake all night. You go feel alright. Many money coming in, so today alright. Yeah,
Check your time right now, 2:32. Move by Bad Boy Teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not trying to say everybody is a bad boy, but he has been told to step aside.
As been told, I had to go check that video again. Actually, there are times where you have celebratory cases, right? And if you look at it from that angle, it will look like it was a celebratory kiss. But now this guy was deliberate. He first hugged that tight, like
one,
like Okomora.
No, you have to be. No, you are on radio. Try to know how to explain things.
Okomora, like
he hugged her.
Like,
it's a normal thing to hug a woman.
No, wait. In this case, that is not his woman. The way he held her was like, this lady, I think, John shaking his face, so let me hug you very.
Not shaking it.
That is the way. That's the way I read the hug.
No.
And then. When he was hugging, there was kissing on the cheek.
That's a normal one. You can peck
anybody.
How will you
hug someone so tight like that and be kissing the person on the cheek?
What if it's been maybe he felt like that will be the last time I will have the opportunity to do this. Let me peck her. Because you people represented us well. Remember how they lost against Japan?
Wait, and then
people already lost hope.
Wait now. And then she was going. He brought her back. Held her very high.
On the head.
And told her something, and then he did this, and he did it.
No.
He said they are friends. So.
Oh, they are friends.
They are friends.
So now this is it.
And now, the lady wasn't. She wasn't offended at that point.
The lady herself came out and said she didn't like it. So what's the
I feel we should watch that.
Watch the video again.
She wasn't offended.
I watched it in slow-mo.
She was not offended.
I watched it in slow-mo, and if you look at that video very in slow-mo, when he kissed her on the lips, you see a little struggle.
No.
Because
it is normal to struggle when you are when there was no struggle.
There was no
struggle. There was no struggle. I think it was no. I'm a lady. I saw it. I saw it. There was no struggle. I'm a lady.
For the lady, she in that moment, I don't think she really had much. She was just just the emotions and the adrenaline.
At that point,
there,
she didn't feel anything.
It
was when she left. So, I guess people now pointed our attention to what he did, and then she started to. But if you look at it from the context, if a lawyer wants to look at it very well, they would say there was consent at that point.
Yeah, exactly, because it was in the heat of the moment.
Now, he said the kiss was mutual.
Yes.
He carried the girl, pecked her,
They should.
Maybe there could have been a peck on the forehead.
No.
Maybe the everything. But
There
let's
should
just
be-
move on. Let's move
There
on.
should be an investigation to this. These two
okay, yeah,
have something together
Feiva,
before
Feiva.
the pitch.
Wait, this
There should be an
Rubiales,
investigation into
that
this.
same man on that
Okay.
podium, he pegged other members of the national team.
Why
That's-
her?
so
Why her in
Because she's-
particular?
because
There is
she-
something
was she not the one that scored the
between
goal?
them.
Yeah, she scored the winning
So
goal.
what are we now
Maybe
saying?
because of
beg
that,
you,
he had to
Jare,
kiss her
please
specially.
don't-
Maybe.
Kiss her specially.
Let us,
Special
ladies and
kiss.
gentlemen,
Special kiss.
let us look at.
Oh my God.
Remember, there's Formula One. We know that, but Mercedes has lost out. What's the problem?
The procession these days, Verstappen is the
It's
one.
okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Well, Daniel Ricciardo could undergo surgery on his broken hand as early as tomorrow and is likely to target the Singapore Grand Prix on September 17 as a race to return. The Red Bull boss, Christian Horner, has confirmed. Feiva, you like the way I'm holding your hand, Abby?
It's consent. It's mutual.
This one is mutual. I did not go beyond. I did not go beyond the hand. The people are seeing
Everybody
me on
watching
Facebook.
now. You see that is when I go out and come back, and I'll tell you people that what
Are you
Olada
sure it's
Bokuru
mutual?
is doing is not mutual.
Let's hold your, yes, let's just move on. Let's move on. So, with what we are seeing here, well, with 5 minutes remaining to queue to the following drivers at risk: Perez of Red Bull, Sonoda of AlphaTauri, Hockenberg of Haas, Gasly of Alpine, and Sainz of Ferrari. Now, what we have been seeing here, Verstappen ahead of Norris and Hamilton. So, a few minutes ago, the track continues to dry and the group levels up, ramp up hands, and they're seeing an array of lap time improvement. That, as at the time of filing that report 3 minutes ago, is Verstappen back ahead on a 122.82, 3/10 up on Norris and 4/10 up on Hamilton. It is for, okay, I cannot say it's for Red Bull now. It's not. Can we? Let's just wait for the final tomorrow. We wish all the drivers all the best. Now let's go to tennis. We know for some tennis stars, it is going to be if a Djokovic is making a return to the court. Remember, he missed out at the last US Open due to COVID-19. So, with what we are going to say this year, let's go to Mr. US Open.
MLS.
Kolajo,
Hello, sir.
are you there?
Yeah.
So what's the pump up like ahead of the Grand Slam?
I mean, it's always frenetic. There was an event where Jimmy Butler had the ass of a celebrity play out with Carlos Alcaraz. You know, it was just beautiful to watch. You know, I'm sure the competition is gonna be colorful as it usually is. You know, can't wait for it to be here, and I'll try to go to a few live games as well myself.
Okay, if you cannot wait, if I could remember, I'm not sure. Okay, I think Nikios has pulled out of the US Open, but here I know
we are still dealing with our shoulder injury.
Yes, we know the situation you are. Are you for Alcaraz or Djokovic? Because Djokovic defeated Alcaraz at their last meeting.
I'm all for Alcaraz. I'm all for Carlos Alcaraz. I'm all for the new generation. You know, as I'm young at heart myself, I'm young in body too.
Are you sure? Are you sure you are young at heart? This one you are sounding like.
Please. So I'm all for Carlos Alcaraz. I think, you know, Novak Djokovic is at his time, is at his season, so it's time for the new to take over. So I'm all for Carlos Alcaraz really. The Grand Slam as well as he did at the Wimbledon.
Okay, so now let's go straight to updates we're getting from Manchester United ahead of the game today against the Nottingham Forest. Well, we're already seeing what it's going to look like. Looking at the starting lineup for Manchester United's team to play Nottingham Forest. So Nana in goal, Wan-Bissaka at the back, Varane, Martinez, Dalot, Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, Anthony, Martial and Rashford. For the subs, we have Henderson, Lindelof, Maguire, Sancho, Pellistri, McTominay, Fernandes, Gare, and Garnacho. Well, for Nottingham Forest squad to face Manchester United, we have Turner, McKenna, Worrell, Bolly, Sergio Aurier, I don't forget that for bench, Danilo, Yaita, Aino, Johnson, Awoni, Gibbs, White. And on the bench, we have Hovert, Williams, Koyate, Woods, Nike, Harte, Elanga, Frola, Montiel, Wang Ujo. Now, for the Manchester United fans I have in the studio here, let me start with Tommy. With this starting 11, you're good to go. Your prediction?
Yeah, I think that should be a straight win for United. At least with the players being on parade, with this kind of team, they should be able to get it over the line against Nottingham Forest.
Okay. Big brother, we always say your nomination again, your prediction again.
Well, I see 2-1 in favor of Manchester United.
Use my name. Very
Caller
good
Joe
one.
Fred,
Favor of Manchester United.
you are welcome to your diary session. Your prediction, your prediction session.
You know, I've gone 0 for 2 this with Manchester United this season. But I'll put my eggs in one basket again and say I'll go for a 2-0 Manchester United win.
You are Caller Joffrey, I like you. You don't, go too far. Last week was 4-2. Yeah. Now you've gone for 2-0. No problem. We understand. You will not understand me. You will not hear me. I like you. No problem.
Olofa.
Just went lower.
All right. Now let's go straight to Arsenal's starting 11. 11 against Fulham is going to be a London derby. Right, let's go.
Ramsdale, Partey, White, Saliba, Kyo, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Abbott, Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli won the starting 11. But the sub, Gabriel Jesus is on bench. He's back from injury, but he's on bench. Raya is on bench. Smith, Rowe, Nketiah, Jorginho, Vieira, Nelson, and Zinchenko all on bench for Arsenal squad.
Okay, looking at Fulham squad to play Arsenal. Leno. Oh, yes. Their former keeper. Abi? Yes. Yeah. We have Tete, Diab, Botte, Robinson, Lukic, Paulinha, Wilson, Pereira, De Cordova, Reed, and Jimenez. And the starting 11, we have the Psalms, Rodak, Adarabioyo, Reed, Kane, Chare, Muniz, Mbabu, Vinicius, Harris. Let me go straight to Tolu. Let me get your prediction here. Arsenal, Fulham. Your prediction, scoreline.
Under normal circumstances, it should be 2-0
in favor of
Arsenal.
Okay.
But
what is the abnormal circumstances?
Abnormal circumstances.
Draw.
Finish, Lele, you.
I know you talk anything again. More just move. Favor more move. More just do okay. Let's go. Let's check what is happening in the German Bundesliga. Well, games have kicked off. 13 minutes into the games in the German Bundesliga. Bochum just got a goal against Borussia Dortmund, and that's the first goal in this game, and that was scored by Kevin Stroger. Looking at another game, Union Berlin is leading Darmstadt 1-0. 14 minutes of action right there in Germany. And guess who scored the goal for this team? That happens to be Robin Gosens. He's a defender. And he got the needed goal for the German Bundesliga side, Union Berlin. The game is still in the 14th minute. Goalless between FC Köln and Wolfsburg. Freiburg, Werder Bremen goalless. The same scoreline between Eddingham and Hoffenheim. Well, the last game of today, we see Borussia Mönchengladbach taking on Bayern Leverkusen. Well, remember last night it was RB Leipzig bashing Stuttgart 5-1. Okay, now let's go straight to the Italian Serie A. Today, we've got 4 matches going down, right?
Well, Atalanta will be up against Frosinone, and we have Monza taking on Empoli. AC Milan will be up against Torino, while AS Roma takes on Verona.
Okay, well, remember, Samuel Chukwueze is a man that we expect to shine in Italy. But let us allow Kola Joafred take the shine as he bows out on the show and go and focus on Manchester United game. Kola Joafred.
Yes, sir.
So, for Samuel Chukwueze, what do you expect from this man? Maybe the time we're going to see a Napoli AC Milan game. But the coach of AC Milan is saying Chukwueze needs to take his time to be able to, break into the AC Milan squad. What do you expect in 2 minutes?
I mean, I don't exactly think he has competition, to be honest. The crop of players there, you have Junior Messias, the people playing in his position. You have Junior Messias in that position. You have Salah Makers playing in that position. So I don't exactly think he's going to have stiff competition. I'm just thinking that when he gets into the team, he needs to hit the ground running quickly with his decision making, which I feel is still the only part of his game that is very, very, very underdeveloped. And once he gets that, this might be where the place for him to finally develop that. And I think he'll form a good partnership with Olivier Giroud and Rafa Leao in the attack. And I expect AC Milan to be competing for the Scudetto again this year.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Kolajo Fred. We hope you give us more updates talking about the US Open. And our man, Carlo Alcaraz, we are in the same motto at this moment.
Definitely. I mean, until Nikias is back, we're in the same. We're going to the same bus stop. But by the time Nikias is back, I will drop and enter another vehicle. But yeah, it's always great to be on the show. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. We wish Manchester United all the best too.
2-0.
We wish you all the best too.
So wait, I didn't wait. Saying.
Lord, the weekend never finish. Alfred Mbappe go dey okay last because I don't understand waiting in they do.
Okay, we can never finish. Akola Jojo, go enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. Bye bye. Au revoir.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know why people they always attack Kolajo Alfred, but let's go on a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up the show.
Hey, my name is Alex. I've been a content creator for a while now, and I always try to innovate to keep my audience entertained and engaged. When 5G came into Nigeria, I thought it was all noise, like the normal hype, gang, and all that noise. But boy, was I wrong. Because I've hosted virtual concerts, partied with my followers in the metaverse, created skits with creators in other countries without ever having to leave my room. I can shoot a movie without being on set. Hey, now that's a godsend. With all the money I've spent on cabs this year. If there's one thing 5G has done right, I would say it's made it easier for me to do me.
Change the game with MTN 5G. It offers hyper-fast internet speed, seamless buffering, and applications that can only be possible via its quality data capabilities. Available on broadband and mobile. MTN, Nigeria's #1 5G network. What are we doing today?
It is your weekend radio station.
My name is Alex.
It's Saturday Sports Safari.
Exclusive.
Let you go, Jojo. I do this song for you just to let you know, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go, Jojo. The way you dancing, no one feel you so, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go, Jojo. I do this song for you just to let you know, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go, Jojo. Welcome to my party. I'm on an exclusive they play. Hey, touch me, I touch you. I'm on the game where they play. Hey, drink of my sister. I'm on a rosé with they pop. Hey, I came with your girlfriend, and we came in a bush. Hey, down to Malaysia, down to Magolo. Killing the sound, the music they make it them bounce. It's exclusive, lady. We see baby, lady. Master craft your shady. I'm on the way you dancing, no matter if you use so. I know go leave you, I know go let you go, Jojo. I do this song for you just to let you know, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go, Jojo. The way you dancing, no matter if you use so, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go, Jojo. I do this song for you just to let you know, Jojo. I want to keep you, I know go let you go.
I love DJ Owen.
Hey yo, come on, my lele. My love for the way me yo. Oh, give back about you and I hear me yo. Oh, you know I am go by yo. I'll get see like TV at the radio. And my walk up, about to go say back. Take a well, no, yeah. The only moment, one time we are a shirt. When you hear the beat, make you shake your body. Celebrity plenty for this my bag. I'm on the chop your rag. One worry, love it go. Multiply the show net go. I can't say the fire go. It's all a mess, the marathon. Yeah, I'm running, love it go. Multiply the show net go. I can't say the fire go. I'm on this all mess, the marathon.
So let's go to tropical way of Spanish La Liga. Joha by Ololade Miyashake. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at games going down in Spain this afternoon. Somebody's Joanne. Yes.
I don't want to be All right, let's look at from the from the bottom to the
top. So we have someone in this station, anytime he runs the show like this, if he wants to end the show, and yeah, Joe Gangana nobody. I don't want to mention about his last name.
Leave our boss, please. Leave our boss alone. We didn't mention his name. Anyways, let's start from the bottom to the top this afternoon. Later in the Spanish La Liga, we have games between Sevilla and Girona.
Yeah, that'll be by 8:30 tonight.
8:30 tonight. Let's see. 6:30 today, we have Mallorca taking on Granada CF. Almeria will be up against Cardiff CF by 6 o'clock later on in the evening.
Okay, well, remember, we'll be having the game between the Villarreal and Barcelona going down tomorrow, and that will be by 4:30. Valencia against Osasuna, Betis against Athletic Bilbao, Getafe against Alaves, and Atletico Madrid Vallecano. So Getafe Alaves on Monday, Rayo Vallecano Atletico Madrid on Monday. So 2 games going down in Spain on Monday night. Okay, so the French League on. More just the commands like this. Paris Saint-Germain against Lens. So I think now Mbappe. Arati Bale. Should we be expecting results from Mbappe?
No, definitely. I think they've resolved their issue temporarily. So at least he's back in the team. So it should be an improvement on the pitch. At least Mbappe should be able to come back to what we know he can do very well.
Drawn 2 games back to back.
Yeah, they've drawn 2 games, and they really missed him actually in that game. Neymar is gone, though there's Dembele now in the team. So I think they can form a good combination, Mbappe, Dembele. At least for this season, let's see what we can do.
Almost as the rhyme. Mbappe,
Dembele. Let's see what can happen.
They both play in the national team, so they know each other very well. So it's good for PSG. At least.
Okay, but one is an injury-prone player.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And one is transfer problem.
Transfer prone. So PSG are still on a, they still don't know what they are doing.
On a problem level for now. Let's just leave it at that. So later on by 6 o'clock, Brest will be taking on Marseille today at the French League on.
I don't know why you like that club, but Tommy, your parting shot on this show.
Well, my parting shots. Well.
If you talk about Man U,
no, I won't talk
we
about
will be
Man U.
here with you.
I think
we will stay here with you.
We're still going to see some interesting games. Arsenal, Chelsea has gotten a good result. The big teams, Man City is also going to play tomorrow. I expect them to also get a good result.
Haaland,
and I expect, Haaland, please. You must even get a good result because of Haaland.
Yeah.
So then Liverpool, so the big teams, I think all the big teams should be able to get good results this weekend. So
I like your parting shots. You're a good person.
Yes.
Tolu, it's good seeing you have your debut today. I hope you have your starting shirt next week. DJ Lex is a Man U fan. Now you do fingers like this. You are I don't like peace. I want problem.
I'm the violence person here. Let me go back to Duke's shot on Chelsea. Feiva's love for Chelsea is not a good thing. I know. I love you guys, and when I back you for life. But I always revert. No, for Manchester United will find it difficult. I might get lost in the forest. Looking forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into the forest. My name is Oladapo Kunubi.
I am always here in the studio. I'm not going to the forest. You go. I will not follow. I'm here. My name is Feiva Oloruntola, and like I say, it's consensual. When we get out, bye bye.
Maven. Ooh-wee. Girl, I have a question to ask you today. Will you marry me even though I met you today? And she said, you don't even know my father. Oh, the mommy, rara. You don't know my mother. Can you pay my rent price? It's just $1 million. Yeah, easy, jaja.